It's Atlanta's number one hip-hop station, Hot 107.9 and home for the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Of course, you know it's your 4B Radio Shouted. Stepping in the building, I got a beautiful lady in this thing, an author, entrepreneur, and a reality star. Tia Becker, what's good with it, sis?
What's good, B-High? How are you?
Feeling good, feeling great in this thing. I mean, talk to me. You got this book right here,
Yes.
Love and War. What's this all about?
It's Love and War, a story of tragedy and triumph. It's
Yeah.
a book. It's based on my life, but it's an inspiration piece. It's a piece to give other young ladies that can relate to the things that I've been through, and even some young men. So it's a piece just to motivate and inspire, and just let, especially our youth, our young ladies and young men, know that, hey, listen, I've been through the most, and if I can get through some of the things I've been through and still come out and still try to be positive and still know that my goals are still obtainable, then you can too. So it's an amazing piece, and like I've gotten nothing but great feedback from it. Like I've read it too a couple of times, sometimes just to check myself. Like especially if I feel like I'm getting too relaxed, or if I feel like down about especially small situations, you know, the minute things in life. I reread this just to say, listen, you've been through this. Like this little stuff don't even matter.
What are some of the things that you go through in this book that other females can relate to and say, you know what, I'm going through that right now also?
An abusive relationship, a very abusive relationship. Not being able to make relationships work with my children's fathers. Even, certain aspects of the street lives. There's many women who date street dudes and end up at the end, or even during some part of the relationship, they may end up doing street things, just being provoked by that guy, trying to help him out. So, a lot, some of that, and, growing up with, a mother who abused drugs and not feeling loved as a child, that's just such a, that's a tragedy in the, especially Black communities. You know what I mean? A lot of us, especially born in the 80s or the 70s or the early 90s, had that parent who was addicted to drugs because, crack was the thing back then.
Heavy.
So, being raised by a loving and a praying grandmother, but, as people read these pieces, they like, wow, like, that's my life. I felt like I was reliving my past.
Yeah.
So I'm just happy that the people who buying it and the people who was reading it, I'm getting nothing but, like, excellent feedback.
How do you feel, though, when you read your story again and then you look up and see yourself on TV every 5 minutes? And you thinking, this is where I came from and this is where I'm at right now.
I feel like I still got a long way to go. Reality TV is a great platform, and it's a great way to catapult yourself into something else or where you want to be.
That's right.
But I still look at like I got so much more to give to the world other than reality TV. Like, I mean, I'm very thankful for the opportunity, and I know there's plenty of people who may want the opportunity, but I'm just like, I have so much more to give to these people that look up to me. I have a lot more to give them.
What went through your mind, though, when you found yourself doing reality TV, then coming from the streets and then saying, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and give this a shot and see what this is about? And how's that transition experience been for you?
For me, it was now or nothing. I left a financial firm. It was now or nothing, all or nothing for me. So I left a security of a 401k plan. I left steady paychecks coming in, and I still worked the club. So it was a lot that I was leaving behind. So I knew that if I didn't utilize this platform in the right way, I'm just going to be a popular bitch.
Ooh.
Like, and that to me is scary. Like for me to have, just to say 300,000 followers, 400,000 or 1 million followers on Instagram and not be doing nothing with that following or nothing positive with that following, that's scary for me. And that's almost like it's a firm form of failure for me. Yep. Like to just like have, because if people follow you, they mean they looking up to you. So for me, that platform and say, hey, I have all these millions of people watching me. I can either this stuff is really going on in my life. Exactly. So I can either, you're gonna see some ratchet stuff, but in those little time frames of ratchetness, that means absolutely nothing to this band of my life where I know I'm doing something positive. So I felt like it was all or nothing. Like I'm doing this. I know this very conservative financial firm is going to fire me because none of their clients probably watch Love and Hip Hop. But so I just knew that I was going to have to take this platform and run with it.
Exactly. How has it been running with the platform since you got on it now?
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. I'm just trying to, I'm a everything I do, like my mind, I try to calculate my steps, like
Yeah.
in life. That's how I even went from that street girl, that girl that loved dope boys, to
Yeah.
corporate America woman.
Exactly.
To, all right, I can go to sleep Friday night and be in booty shorts and a corset, and then I'm gonna get up Monday morning and put on this business suit and
That's
pumps.
right.
I've always been very calculated in that sense. Like, okay, I know I have to move this way, or I know I'm gonna have to drop this product I'm trying to sell on
Yeah.
this Monday because this is gonna be a big episode.
Exactly.
So it's been good because I think that God blessed me with that, like with just amazing people that want to work with me now, like my management, and then
That's
just
right.
having that mind of knowing when to move and when not to move. So
How
it's
do
been
you
good.
feel though when you know that it's time to get your entrepreneurship going and you got this big ass platform to blast off of though? Because that's got to be a good feeling knowing
It's
that whatever you
amazing.
put out there, it's going down.
It's an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
It's an amazing feeling. And like for me, like my frame of thought, like just the predecessors, those who've come before me, those who've done reality before me, and I just like, why didn't y'all do that?
Exactly.
Like, but I understand it. It's not like the biggest paying thing in the world. So if you didn't really have a life, like if you was a fronter and really didn't have a life before reality TV,
Yeah.
it is hard to get into your businesswoman or boss mode because it takes money to make money.
Exactly.
I'm just was fortunate in a position where I'm not ashamed. You know, people. I think it was a famous line like, "We don't work around here." I'm thankful that I worked around here because if I wanted to take 40 grand and put it in a business, I can take 40 grand and put it
Exactly.
into a business and make it 200 grand.
Exactly.
So, you know, like I'm just thankful. I'm thankful that I got the platform, millions of people watching me each week, and it's just like just making the right moves.
Now, with that platform and millions of people watching you, it's a million men watching you too and chasing you up and down the street. How you dealing with that attention from these fellas? Because you know they crazy as hell and they love you to death.
I kind of like, you know, on a day-to-day basis, I'm not like this huge, I don't consider myself as this huge sex vixen, sexy, you know, this vixen. Like on a day-to-day, I'm like a tomboy like this, hat to the back, like, come on, let's go play kickball in the park type of chick. I'm that type of chick. But dudes like that too. But then when they get around me, it's more cool. Like, oh, I want to be around you. But then I got some fellas around me like, hey, back up. Like, hey, nigga, say hi. Shake a hand, say hi and bye.
Yeah.
So I got that around me too. So it hasn't been too overwhelming.
Now, with the kids, how are they dealing with mama being a famous person now? Because you got to take their bus to school. And when you pulling up at school, they like, wait a minute, we know your mama.
Yeah, they do.
How's that
The
going?
teachers coming up to them like, girl, I seen your mama on TV, but tell her I'm proud of how she act on TV. So for teachers, the educators to show, to say that
Yeah.
meant a lot to me because my children, they go to a very good school in a very good school district.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm proud that I did not embarrass my children in front of their teachers and their friends. Well, I tried not to. It may have been some moments that weren't too, they weren't favoring quite a bit, but I'm
But
glad
that's
I did
real
not
life,
embarrass
too.
them. But yeah,
Yeah.
the whole situation is real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how
But
you
I don't subject my children to all that stuff in real life. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like even with King and the whole it's so much animosity and so much toxic vibe between myself and the family that I don't even put King around that. You know, because King is a happy kid.
Yeah.
You know, he misses his dad dearly, and I can't take that from his dad. He is a good father. Like he's not just a person who created a child. He's a good dad. I can't
Yeah.
take that from him. But as far as like in his absence, there's no buffer between that animosity that's between the family and myself.
Yeah.
So I feel like my son shouldn't be put in the middle of that because his dad's not there to protect him.
Exactly.
You know, so I don't put him around. I don't subject my kids. Like if you're not adult enough to behave or conduct yourself like a lady or like an adult, I'm not gonna have my kid around you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, MILF Mondays.
MILF Mondays.
Talk to me about that.
MILF Mondays is about, like, I remember, I'm going to just tell a story real quick.
Uh-huh.
I remember what got me into taking care of myself is, like, postpartum depression is real. When I had King, because I wasn't with his dad, like, by the time that my end of the pregnancy went, I just kind of felt down on myself, like, dang, I had another kid. It didn't work out with the dad. Like, I keep making these bad decisions, making these bad choices with men. And I talk about that a little bit in my book. But I was really down. Like, I gained weight. I got, you know, the it's gestational diabetes, and I was like probably 180 pounds.
Yeah.
And every time I go to my doctor, like I'm not really happy with how I look. And my doctor said something to me like it was just the most easiest solution ever. Like change it. You don't like how you look, change it. Like change it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just so easy. And then, but when I dedicated myself to working out, eating right, drinking water, you know, not really drinking alcohol, not putting bad things in my body, I started to feel good. And so, like, I know it's vain to say, okay, take care of the outer appearance, but as mothers, we have to do that.
Hey.
Because we have a kid by somebody, we have kids, and we lose ourselves. And no matter what, we have to still look like eye candy for our men.
That's right.
We have to still look like eye candy for ourselves because if we look good for ourselves, we feel good. I swear to God, when I look good, when my hair and my nails is done, I get a lot done in a day. I don't know if I want people to see me. Like, look at this fresh set. Look at these edges super laid. These baby hairs super fleeky. I don't know what it is, but I feel good and I do good. I do more. Like, you know, so if every day you can look in the mirror and be happy with what you see, you tend to be more of that phenomenal or superwoman throughout your day. And if you take care of yourself, you can take care of them little ones a lot better. So MILF Mom Day is that promoting that mental wellness, that wellness overall, the healthy weight, the even taking care of your skin, but overall wellness. That's what MILF Mom Day is.
Now, the skincare line, tell me about that.
Oh, if you want that Tia Becca glow, you gotta get it. It's called Slayful Skin. It's a line that we're just, especially for women of color, different shades. Whether you light like Beyonce or dark like Precious. What's Precious' real name? Gabby.
You're right.
You know, she's so beautiful to me.
Sita Bay.
She had Sita Bay or Lupita.
Yeah, Lupita.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful skin tones. So we want to cater to those skin tones because there's not a lot of people who cater to those skin tones in terms of skin care. Like there's people who want to push these makeup lines, and we always say, you know, make yourself more beautiful or even cover up your beauty because there's nothing more beautiful than your natural self.
Hey.
So with the makeup, we're telling you to cover up your natural beauty,
Yeah.
but there's no one telling, especially women of color, to take care of your skin.
Exactly.
And so it's so important to take care of what you're covering up because on that day when you wake up next to that dude you've been wanting and you wake up you a totally whole different woman, he's gonna feel like you're a Decepticon. so I the skincare is basically just promoting women, telling women, hey, take care of your skin. It's gonna be like an exfoliant, a cleanser, and a moisturizer, and a bronzer. Like everybody wants that glow.
Exactly.
Everybody wants to glow. So that's what I'm excited. It's called Slayful Skin. So we're going through this whole branding, and we just want it to be perfect. But it's gonna drop super big, a big bomb soon.
That's gonna be cold. Now, I mean, this book, one more again, Love and War: A Story of Tragedy and Triumph.
Yes.
Are you gonna be crazy enough to try to put some visuals behind this?
Yeah, I already put one that was pretty dope, and I just been like, I'm a very creative person, so anything visually that I like that I'm on any video, I've had a huge part of it. So I've been really like, I sit sometimes in silence just to see what else I can put together visually that nobody else has done or that can kind of tell this story in 60 seconds. So I'm trying to think of more, but I do have I have one that's on my Instagram page. Pretty dope.
Now, another question, though. As an author, man, because, see, I know a lot of females that write, but you just can't get their butts to put out no book. What were the steps that you took to get busy and make this happen for yourself that they can follow themselves also?
Oh, my God. It's so many publishers. You get you, and even if you feel like you just wrote, you can write an amazing story. It doesn't have to be proofread, edited, or anything. You put it in the right publisher's hand, which mine was Joan and 13. Even it can be independent publishers. You put it in their hand and they read it, and if they feel, hey, this is good enough, they can provide you with the editors, and then they can publish it and format it and get your manuscript together. But you just have to do the research. All you have to do is contact a publishing company, and boom, it's easy. It's easy.
Cold.
Even if you, like, there's a way to do it to where if you wanted to record it, you can get Sony. I have one. It was probably like $800, but because I needed the memory space. But you can get some much cheaper. But I had a voice recorder. So even if you want to verbally add pieces in or tell your entire story verbally and then have someone else type it out for you and edit it, I mean, when there's a will, there's a way. If you
You're
have a
damn right.
story, if you have a story and you feel like the world needs to hear it, I mean, it's easy.
How did you
Google
ever
is
think
amazing.
that you was gonna look up and you was gonna be able to get your story out on a platform like you have now, and just really be able to just express yourself to the world so they can feel where Tia coming from?
Like in this world today, like I can't say that I felt like if this was like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, I can't say that I would have felt like I would be able to get my book out and talk to millions of people, because like Love and Hip Hop gave me a wonderful platform, but unfortunately we live in a world today where if I wasn't on such a big platform and if I was just a girl that was walking down the street and I tried to say, hey, read this book, it's positive. Many people don't take the positivity right now. Like you gotta cut up a little bit before people even before you even get that aha moment, and that's unfortunate. But that's unfortunate. But I think that's the sad truth about it. Like if you were just somebody, it's almost like the Jehovah's Witnesses, and I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness. And if they want you to just read this publication, just because, even if it's not the religion you believe in, but it may be something positive.
Yeah.
And in between these lines and these words, no one's really receptive towards that at all.
True. That's true.
No, you got to get you a platform first. Yeah.
Lastly, you got anything else you want to get off your chest, sis?
Nope. Go get the book. You guys got to come out to MILF Mom Day. It's July 18th. The information is on my Instagram page. So please follow me on Instagram. It's at Tia_Becca_ or Snapchat. I talk about it a lot on Snapchat, and it's Tia_Becca on Snapchat. So look out for MILF Mom Days. We'll have those once a week. And it's just me trying to help mothers feel good about themselves. Not just moms, all women.
Yeah.
And men too. If you got a little belly, you ain't been happy about your belly. If you got muffin tops, we want to help you sweat them off too. So, and help you take care of your little razor bumps too. Like if you got bad skin, I'm in. I'm trying to help. So yes, MILF Mom Day, July 18th.
Already. Tia.
Yep.
Appreciate you coming.
All
through
right,
this
thank
thing,
you for
sis.
having
Wish you nothing but the
me.
best and much
I
success.
had fun.
Be
Thank
High
you.
Radio Shout. It's Hot 107.9, man. Let go.